everyone, it's Aisha, aka Lesh of Living Lesh, and welcome to my channel. While you are here, I want you to make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can stay connected with me here at the Living Lesh channel, where I am sharing everything from fashion, beauty, lifestyle, home, motherhood, some episodes from my podcast, everything in between that you want to see. You'll even see some of our travels, things I'm trying out, Amazon hauls. So you'll want to stay connected here at Living Lesh YouTube channel, because this is where it's at and it's how we're living luxury, but how we define it. So I am here especially in this room because I want to show you everything that happened in this dining room. So typically, if you are connected to me, you've seen any of my previous channels, you've seen that typically I sit in my office or I have a backdrop of my closet where I go over a lot of the fashion kind of reviews. I'm never really in any other part of my rooms or my home unless I am showing you something, which is why I'm specifically here. So this dining room is brand new, fresh. It is redone. Well, I wouldn't say redone. It was put together as of 2 weeks ago. So if you haven't heard or haven't been following our journey, we bought a custom home 2 years ago, not 2 months, 2 years ago. So when I say we bought a custom home, we bought land, straight cash, bought a piece of land, found custom home builders, and decided to build our custom home. So it's everything that we wanted to have it. But when we moved in, we realized, putting together a home once you're in the home is a lot. And to be honest, it's very expensive. So what we decided to do was take it one room at a time, and we started with our bedrooms because that's where we function, and of course we went to my office. But now we're starting to finish the first floor so that we can start entertaining, because it's something I really want to do. So we have finished this dining room, and I want to show you all what we've got, how we put it together, and take you all through the process. So I want to share one little caveat about this video is there may be some moments of pausing, skipping, background noise. Because I'm downstairs in the dining room and it is a day where it's the summer, I have both of my boys home, so we're trying to keep them playing with each other, and my husband's outside mowing the lawn. So since we're downstairs, you may hear some of that. You may hear some walking in and out, but we'll try to cut it up so it's not too much of a distraction. But let's get into it. So let's start with our home. Our home was built, like I said, 2 years ago, and this room in particular was white. I mean, not this room in particular was white. The whole house was white. We painted it one color because we wanted to make sure that the house settled, and if there were any nail pops, that it was done before we started painting, because matching later on, it's not fun. So after, we let this settle, we started going through rooms, and here's one room that I really wanted to get done. So my idea was to create this warm room that also connected with the rest of the house. We're going through a modern luxury farmhouse feel that we're doing with our home, and there are green elements in our other room of warmth and of course gold. But as you can see, these fixtures, like this lighting, was put in when we first built the house, so I had to match it off of that. So as I started and I walked into this very blank, empty room that was basically being used for storage, I decided I'm gonna get a little help. So my first step is I actually went and decided to go with Pottery Barn because I love their furniture. I've been looking at things, they had different variety. So I went to do one of their design consultations, and they came right here into this house and helped me with swatches, brought things that helped me match the floors. I showed them pictures of the wallpaper I was getting, the color I was going for, and the aesthetic that I liked and how to match it. They did great with helping me find a tone like this. This was an actual swatch that was brought that played off of the living room. And if you're wondering what the living room looks like, if you head back onto my channel, there is a video on Albany Park that I did a review on, which shows my couch and my chairs, which shows that green color that's in the other room on the main floor. But nevertheless, so we went through the design aspect. I picked out the thing. They even did a floor mock-up. And then we decided, this is what we want, this is what we're going forward. Now let's start really finalizing things. So after I finalized the furniture and put in the order, which was going to take about a couple months, I decided it was time to start painting the room. I picked out the wallpaper you see in the background here from Rebel Walls. I knew I wanted some kind of southern element to it along with this modern farmhouse because of my roots. So I wanted something that had like calla lilies or floral. So I did go with this floral motif that has this still southern warm feel. So we ended up putting that up, and that's a whole different video. You'll see that on the channel, so if it's not up yet, check back in a couple of weeks and it'll be up. It's all about my review on rubble walls, because we did the wallpaper in here as well as in our powder room, which is a whole separate other video, but I'm digressing. So we got this wallpaper that you see behind us, very beautiful, a little bit difficult to put together, but we did do it ourselves. The wallpaper was chosen, and then from the wallpaper, once it came in, I was able to match it with paint from Lowe's. So we did this kind of sandstone color. It's called like sand dust. I forget what the color is, but I've linked it below. I'm linking everything about this room below that I can. So we got the paint, matched it, and then next thing you know, I had my family come over and help. We painted the room, we put the wallpaper up, and we replaced all of the electrical plates on the outlets and the switches, which you can kind of see around the room, to make sure that that also kind of blended in with the metals that were in the room. After that, I was like, all right, I need some window coverings. We already have shades, so I went to Home Goods. Home Goods is always my go-to place to find things that I want to add a little bit of flair and easy things I can get very quickly. I was easily able to find some curtain rods, which I'm not really big on like focusing on what a curtain rod looks, as long as the color matches with the rest of the pieces, that we're good. So I found some curtain rods, and then I found some curtains, which I decided to go with this kind of, again, still this southern feel and still farmhouse and modern, but it is this cream curtain, and as well as a sheer floral one. So it plays off of the dining room wall, but still looks good. And I felt like I didn't want it to truly blend with the wall, but still blend in a way. So you can kind of see that it offsets without looking, and it lets natural light in, which was really big for me. I wanted natural light to just fill this room so that during the day, if I'm entertaining, I don't have to turn on any lights. And if I do have to turn on lights, it's later in the evening. And I liked how I was able to have that natural light come through all the curtains. The white one's a little bit more sheer, and even the cream one still has that sheer element. Again, bringing that whole style together. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm sitting here, I cannot remember what the names of these pieces are called from Pottery Barn, but everything is below. So the main aspect of this room is Pottery Barn. The rug on the floor is Pottery Barn. The table, the chairs, the hutch in the back, which is 3 pieces, is all Pottery Barn. And I decided to invest in it. Pottery Barn is a little bit pricey, but I knew I wanted something that was withstanding and matched my style. So I went with this table, and it comes in a variety of different sizes. So when they did come for the design, they did measurements so that I was able to pick out a size that worked for me. And what actually is, if you see it now, it's actually in its extended size. So this piece, you can kind of see this line right here. This middle piece actually comes out and becomes smaller. But we left it extended for now because we went the full size. And if you ever want to take it apart, make it smaller, make this room a little bit more walkable, we would. But I like that it still fits without overwhelming the room, because because we have a kind of open concept on the main floor, I didn't want it looking like the dining room was leading into the entryway. I just kind of wanted it to have that aesthetic of it stopped at this, which helped with the painting and helped with the rug. So all of that happened. It's a very good sturdy wood. Again, everything's linked below. I can't remember what it's called, but I basically took the same color and applied it to my hutch. I'm gonna keep calling it a hutch. A bar cabinet is what it's really called. So we got this bar cabinet, and now this is in 3 pieces. And the thing I liked about being able to choose it is that you can choose for it to have glass cabinets, you could have wooden cabinets. There are certain things that you can customize to make it fit you, and obviously you can get more pieces. So like I said, each of these columns are individual columns, and the top piece and the bottom pieces are also individual pieces. So they can come apart, come together. If something breaks, you can get it fixed. And they do white glove delivery for all of this furniture, so it came and it was delivered at the time. At the top of the bar cabinet are places to hang glasses, which I really enjoy because we do have a lot of glassware. I do some bartending at home, so we typically have a lot of glassware for different types of cocktails that I make, so I needed that space. And of course, I love that the cabinets were down there because then I can switch in any tablescapes that I'm changing throughout the seasons. Also input some of my ingredients and everything down there. And of course, in our center, we have the wine slots for all of our wine bottles as well as other liqueur bottles we put down there. But most of the liqueur is sitting on the main shelves. And then there's drawers. There's 3 drawers for each one. And then even special, there is a little row you can pull out. It's like a little slab you take out where you can prepare the cocktails right at the bar cabinet without having to do that. So I was originally just going to get a regular hutch and then a bar cart, but I felt that the bar cabinet worked better for what I was doing in this room. So that's the furniture in the big pieces. The chairs, like I said, they are this kind of moss green. These took the longest to come because they were basically custom made. Because I won't say they're custom made. When you choose your colors, then they're made that way. There's not any that are variant stock. The chairs themselves also come in different back heights. So this is actually the taller height. They had a smaller one, but because my family members usually like a lot more support, we decided to get the taller backs, which was something I liked that we were able to choose. Originally, we were even thinking about getting 2 focus chairs or, bigger chairs at each end. But I was like, you know what, let me just keep them all the same. I liked how they look. I liked how it blends, and I can play off of this. And it's a good neutral style color without it being like super neutral. That still warms up, but I could also do a variety of different tablescapes and styles with it. So all of this together, just for the furniture for Pottery Barn, was a little over $7,000. So I'm not going to sit here and say like it was super cheap, it was super affordable, but it is a good investment. So for the 6 chairs, the table in the size that I got, as well as the bar cabinet, that was around $7,300. So that was the first part of the project. Oh, and the rug. The rug is from Pottery Barn, so that was also included $7,300, and then everything else on top of that was extra. I'm very excited about the delivery, how it went. It was very smooth. They scheduled on time. Things came faster than I anticipated them to come, so I really enjoyed that. And of course, the quality and look and style is exactly how I envisioned it. So that's the furniture from Pottery Barn. If you have questions about ordering from Pottery Barn or the design aspect of it, please ask in the comments. I'm happy to answer. But before we obviously go away from this, you're probably going, well, what the tablescape? How do you have this set up? So my tablescape is all from Macy's. And the entire set, so everything from the silverware to the cups, to the glasses, to the napkins, to the napkin holders, to the little cheese board. I think the only thing that's in the center is my cake stand. I got it from Target. That existed a while ago. I got that about 1.5 years ago. So that already existed. But everything else on the table you see is from Macy's. And that was all under $250 total. So it was a great buy to get a full set of plates. These plates also came with bowls. The bowls I just didn't put on the table. They're stored away. So it's a set of four settings for everything. I think I also have additional napkins as well as additional ring holders. They came in a set of 6. But because I decided not to get the 6 because of, in the case that we ever take out the centerpiece, obviously it'll be a 4 table. I just didn't get 6. We typically only have 4 sitting here, but I could add it on later. And the set that we were looking at only came in sets of 4, so I didn't want to order a whole other set just yet until I actually saw it. So I might go back because the plates themselves, the dinnerware, it was around a little under $100 for the set of 4, which I didn't think was bad because it came with a larger plate, a side plate, and a bowl. So I really like that. And then of course also the, I don't want to call them the chargers, but the placemats were also from Macy's as well. So we were able to get all that, put it together. I did play off the green color to help match like the warmth in the wallpaper as well as the chairs. And this is something that's just going to stay neutral that we have for now. And then as the different seasons and different holidays come, we'll change it up, but still try to play it off that green. It's very easy to do for Thanksgiving. I'd probably keep something like that, just add some Thanksgiving fall elements. For Halloween, if I want to do a tablescape, green is still fall, so we can play off of that and just add some darker tones. Christmas goes with green as well with that warm tone, so we can just add some of that. And then Easter still has greens. That's why I was like, my green warmth is going to go with everything and allow me to still change up the tablescape while keeping things neutral and fitting the aesthetic of the house. So like I said, I am very happy with how all of this turned out. I'm very excited to start hosting. What we'll probably end up doing, which is tradition in our family, is, the adults will sit in here, the kids usually sit at the other table, or as we've seen in recent times with our family, the women will sit here with the kids and the men will be sitting at the other table because that's where the TV is. But we'll see. Now, of course, I could always clear all this out, put it in the dining cabinet, and just have it a place where I can serve and people can walk around, because that's some of the things that we do as well, where we just kind of put some food in here. People can take their plates, gather some food, and walk around and hang out in the different rooms on our main floor. And then eventually when our basement's finished, they can kind of go through the basement, so it's just kind of wide open. But like I said, super excited to be hosting, very excited about how this turned out. A great investment, quality pieces. I'm be doing a full blog post right up on the furniture, putting it together, as well as like more extensive information on the quality of the pieces, the names, my process on the blog. If I do not have it up as of this video going live, it will be up, so make sure to stay connected. Or if I've already written it, it is in the description below and you can go and check that out, as well as everything linked below. I've linked everything that is still available so that you can shop it directly yourself as well if you are interested. But I hope you enjoyed this video, got something out of it. It inspires you of what your dining room could look like. And like I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button, stay connected, because there's so much more coming. I can't wait to show you the rest of the rooms as they come together and as we keep building on our house and making our house our true dream home.